What's going on? So, I'm making this video because I wanted to talk about um basically what I was thinking about. And what I was thinking about is this. So what I was thinking is, if you're someone like me that goes through the internet and scavenges around the internet, like in the beginning I was using YouTube as basically college. Like the way how people, go from like 18 to like 26 being in college, like that's been me for since I was 20 years old, but with the internet and YouTube. And until YouTube started, deleting YouTube channels, like I was using it as college basically, just to learn. And I do this with my life because now I've added audiobooks to my life. I've added many different things, but this is what I've noticed. Okay, what I've noticed is there's a lot of conflicting information. There's a lot of information that it just conflicts, and it mainly conflicts because what works for me might not work for you. That's why it conflicts. So much information out there is known as the truth, but it's not the truth. There is no the truth. Just like there is no the cure to cancer, there are many different types of cancer that need different types of cures. So I think that there is many different types of paths that will take different things to get that. And each one of us has a different goal. And let's say there's two people that have the quote unquote same goal. This same goal is actually not the same goal. It's actually just your, like, so if you want to be a famous rapper and someone else wants to be a famous rapper, you both think you have the same goal. But realistically, one person probably wants to be a famous rapper so they can, have the glam, the fucking money, the cars, the bitches, the this, the that, all that shit, that rappers talk about. But another guy could want that because that's his passion. He doesn't give a fuck about the money. He just wants to, he's chasing that feeling that you feel when you're on stage, right? So, there are many reasons why the guy that wants the fame for the money and all that shit, that dude's gonna say do whatever it takes to get there. Do whatever it takes, no matter what. Break your morals, break your code, do this. You're gonna have to. That type of person will say you're gonna have to walk all over people and step on people's hands in order to get to the top. Now, the other side, the other person would say that no, you don't have to do that. You just have to be yourself. You just have to be real. You just have to, work hard, trust in yourself, have faith, and keep pushing. Do not, and if the opportunity comes where it's like you can get ahead by stepping on someone's feet, try not to do that. Hold to your morals and be yourself and be true to yourself, because that's true success. When you're truly happy and you can look back and you're proud of how you made your money or how you made your success or whatever. There's two different things that will need to get to the same place, because both of them are getting to the same place. They're both trying to be famous rappers. And this is, I feel like, one of the huge issues. One of the huge issues is that everyone, it's like they're going on one thing, someone says. Now, I used to do this, right? I mean, I fell prey to basically listening to one person and saying, this is the answer. Yeah, I used to listen to Terrence McKenna nonstop. That was my thing, listening to Terrence. But listening to Terrence, and then started listening to other philosophers. There will be contradictions over time. There will be contradictions over, when you start listening to more philosophers, or if you listen to one scientist compared to listening to 50 different scientists, there's going to be a lot of conflicting information and conflicting science that goes. It's just because this is what happens. Because literally, what works for me won't work for you, and I can only say my truth. I can only give you what's worked for me. I can only give you scenarios and thoughts and ideas and shit that comes out of my fucking head. I can't give you ideas. I can't tell you what you should do. Because I have no clue, if you are anything like me. Like, humans are very much alike. We're all alike, right? But I just realized I don't want people to be me. I don't want people to be like me, because then that means that they won't be themselves. They won't, you know, just because someone says, work your fucking ass off, get the fuck up at 5 in the morning, because this is what I do. I get up at 5 in the morning, I work my ass off, I go hard, I go to sleep late, get up early, push myself, fucking keep moving. And this is what I do. I self-discipline. I don't watch TV. I don't do this. I don't do that. I self-discipline myself, right? And there's other people that's not going to work for them. There's other people that's like, maybe you should go out on the fucking weekends and have fun. Because I don't, but that's not fun to me. That's why I say I don't do that. Because we're different people. There's a lot of people that would say, hey, you should slow down a little bit. You should, maybe get some sleep. Try to sleep in. Maybe go out, see a movie, or go out to eat, or go out to dinner, or go play, go to an amusement park, go do something, and enjoy your life and enjoy yourself, right? And honestly, to me, that's not enjoying myself. That's not me. That's not what I was meant to do. I don't want to fucking go to an arcade and play video games, or I don't want to go to a movie and sit down and watch a fucking movie. Like, what the fuck is the point of all that, man? Like, the only time I watch like movies or something like that is like if it dramatically interests me. It's gotta be some deep shit. It's gotta be some shit about space, aliens, psychedelics, interdimensional travel, something. It can't be just nonsense, because that's not fun to me. That's wasting my time. It's wasting my life. Like, humans get about 100 years. What the fuck are you doing sitting here watching someone else's movie that isn't even that good in a fucking movie theater, paying so much money to see it, when you can probably make your own goddamn movie? Like, I know it's so many people don't think that big, but that's possible. And this is what I mean. There's someone out there that will tell you the exact opposite. There's someone out there that will tell you, fuck that, go watch movies. That's not possible. With the likely of you making your own movie is this percentage, and they'll give you a low percentage and say, oh, 1 in a million and all this other bullshit and all this shit, right? And that's because in their life, in their mind, that's just them. They are only giving you what they could do or what they would do. They're not, we as humans don't know anything else. We don't know any better. This is just, we know ourselves. We know what we've learned and what we've experienced. And all we can speak upon is what the fuck we've known or what we've experienced. And then there are those out there there's a lot of people that speak upon things that they have no fucking clue what the fuck they're talking about. And those are the people that just lie to just try to uphold an image for social media, or try to look good. But for me, it's like, all I'm trying to do is just express myself and give my truth. But over time, since this is what I do in my day-to-day life, I upload content, but I also consume a lot of content. But I don't consume nonsense. I consume, like, science shit, psychedelic shit, philosophy, entrepreneur, how to be successful, audiobooks, and create things. I'm trying to make documentaries. I'm writing a book. I'm a dad. I'm living my life, like this is me living, and that's just me. But I know that what I do definitely might not work for others. And I know that I only know what I know because it's what I'm doing and what I've experienced. And the things I've experienced in life has taught me a lot. My experiences from psychedelics to life to, just, I don't know, just everything. All I can tell you is my truth. And I think that there are so many people in the world that'll tell you how to live. They will tell you that they know because they're experienced, or they know because they're old, or they know because whatever, because they're more experienced than you, or they have a piece of paper that claims they're more educated than you, or they whatever, and they think they fucking know, and that's true. And let me tell you, nothing is true. There's only what is true to you. Now, there is universal truths like math and very few science. There's very few sciences that is actually 100% accurate. Like, the law of gravity, I can say, is one that is 100% true. There is gravity. We experience it. We know it's real. Even though we really can't see it. You know, that I don't want to go into a whole other different topic because I'll just go in. But I just think that you just have to know yourself and get to paying attention, get to being observant. That's I feel like that's a really good trait, is being observant. And it's a good trait that I've had since I was a kid. I've always been very observant. So I observe not just what one says just because they're older and they know, but I observe what they do, because you know a lot more about someone from what they do than what they say to you. So I just think that, being observant is key. And observe that there's 2 scientists that will say one thing and 3 scientists that will disagree. I would probably go with the 3 scientists that disagree because it's the best educated guess. But it's still not the truth, because 20 years later, there might be 10 scientists that disagree with those 3 scientists, and then I would go with those 10 scientists and switch my belief. Don't get too caught up on what you know, I guess is what I'm saying. And then it would be much easier to learn and sway your way through the knowledge as knowledge changes, and as you get conflicting information, you'll actually be able to decipher what is more accurate for you, because it's based on what you've experienced. Someone could go with the wrong scientist based on what they've experienced in their life. And in their mind, that is true to them. And really, who are we to say that they're wrong? Because our truth might be found out wrong in 10 years. That's what happens a lot of times with science. But that's what happens a lot of times with a lot more things than just science. And I think that not getting too attached to your ideas is key if you're really on this search for knowledge. Because, there's a lot of people out there that will tell you how to get successful, how to get rich, how to be spiritual, how to be happy, how to love, how to be in a good relationship, how to be a fucking scientist, how to do this, how to do that, how to whatever. And then there will be other people that will tell you the exact opposite, and then you're like, what the fuck, I don't know what's true. Feel it in your heart. And then, and also don't just listen to one person. But I'm gonna end the video here, because basically that's really it. Just, there's gonna be a lot of information out there, and hear everyone's opinion, but don't be scared to question their opinion, even if it's your idol. And I don't think you should have idols, for one. It's another video for another time, but I think that, we should question everything and everyone, get to knowing something, stick with our beliefs until there's something else that comes along that's better than that, and then switch your belief. Because don't get too caught up into your belief, because then you won't even listen to anyone else's truth, because you think you know the truth. So, peace out, everyone.